Yeah, it's 8:06 p.m. here in Chicago, and should be studying for data science or something, but I'm too lazy to. So I don't know. Might do a series of just playing Minecraft and seeing what's on my mind. So that's fun. Uh, Hope you all have been well. If anyone obviously sees this and and knows me, I hope you all have been well, and I hope the year is going pretty good, whichever year it is. Uh, yeah, what should I name this world? Sure. I'll also be playing this on peaceful because I'm a pussy. Um, no, but on survival. Yeah, why not? So anyway, I kind of like, well, obviously I like the mining aspect of Minecraft, and I also like the farming and kind of the trade mechanics a lot. So I sort of like the economy aspect of Minecraft. I really like the villagers update where they made that into they made it into a whole thing, and it became possible to game villagers and stuff like that. Get that last one. Oh, I hate this biome. I think we might be on an island too, which is really, really, really. I can't say how bad it is, cause then we might have to restart. Are we on an island, or maybe I just spawned on the coast? Huh, we might not be on an island, which is very good. But still, this biome sucks. You don't even know what you do here. Alright. I have been under the weather a little bit, so it is what it is. One idea I had with this series was to kind of go over some academic topics, just kind of casually. Talk a bit about American history, maybe going based off of the chapters of the American pageant, and kind of the book does a good enough job of describing the actual events, but maybe I could offer my own thoughts on it, and just whatever reflections I've had. But I don't know, maybe that's down the line. Um, I also enjoy watching the NBA, particularly the Utah Jazz, because when I was young, my uncle had a house in Utah, and I would spend Christmases there. And so I learned my way around the greater Salt Lake area, and I guess it's a kind of a dear place to my heart, even though I haven't often gone. So maybe occasionally, I know nothing about real basketball, but like maybe who knows? Maybe I'll discuss some stuff about the Utah Jazz. I also follow the Premier League in England, uh, specifically Liverpool. The reasons of which I might get into later, but maybe something like that. I think it's interesting that, in generally speaking, at least in the Premier League, um, they play less games than the NBA. In the NBA, during the actual season, which is starting soon, teams play, pretty much every day, every other day, or every other 2 days. Oh, village. They play a game, whereas Liverpool plays about once a week, so they have more time to kind of recuperate, which is strange because I wouldn't think that basketball is any less strenuous than soccer, as we call it here. Is this the only... No, it's okay that way. Another thing. While I consider myself a very proud American, I'm, loyal to this country. It's my only home. But I do think that the Brits have it right when they call football football. Because when you think about it, it really is. What the hell? It really isn't. I mean, what we call football is not primarily played with your feet, and it's not really a ball either. So, I just don't get how, I'm sure there's an interesting story of how that developed, but I do think that football should be called what they call it across the pond, but, might get me convicted of treason in some parts of the country. Fuck. Anyway. Whoa. I didn't know they made houses this big. I always thought that this was the biggest type. I'm also having not much luck with chests. Used to be, they had, before the, the Village and Pillage update, they had, every village was basically the same, and there was a blacksmith shop, and that had tons of loot, swords, diamonds sometimes, but now, most loot that I've found, that you find in these ordinary chests in villagers' houses, is either raw materials, like, stone or wood, or food. Oh, we got some emeralds and iron nuggets, so that's kind of more of a treasure trove. You can't really do anything with emeralds other than trade, which I probably won't be doing much of at this point, but that's still interesting. Okay, let me sleep at night. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of our spawn. We have the village, but at the same time, there's lots of water, and it doesn't look like there's too much to explore. I was hoping to find a pretty easy ravine, but hasn't happened yet. My PV, by the way, much to the consternation of a friend of mine, who knows who he is our 32nd president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, whose tenure I much admire, despite his shortcomings, and who I might say a little bit about sometime. For, in the case that, why the hell did I get more wood? In the case that anyone else is watching. But other than that, this is going to be pretty chill. I think it's going to be fun. Sometimes it's hard for me to impromptu kind of configure my thoughts, but I think even if just for myself, if I'm the only one doing this, it's going to be nice to get thoughts off my chest. Talk a little bit about history, a little bit about politics, a little bit about current events and elections, maybe some stuff about sports, Premier League, NBA, stuff pertaining to my own life, school, Chicago, love Chicago, history, geography, stuff that's happening. I mean, that would be really cool to have a segment about. And, who knows, maybe someone else tunes in sometime. Also not sure when exactly I'll have time to make these videos because I do have a very busy schedule. I have class Monday through Thursday, and I have 4 classes, including data science, and I'm not a STEM guy, so it might be a bit difficult. But yeah, it might be a little sporadic. I'll try for at least once a week, but you know, who knows? Where am I going? I need to find a real cave. You know, not the small things that are technically caves, but this could be promising. Come on. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Lots of iron. Okay. I heard somewhere that you should always put the torches on one side of your trail so you can follow your path back. I've tried often to do that, but it's never quite worked out. Ah. Ugh. You know, before, I tried to do an election channel, you know, election scoop, and it was fun for a while. But that market's kind of saturated. You know, I'm not a big one for putting up graphics and stuff, and that's what you really want with elections. You know, that wasn't my thing. And there's enough pretty bad takes going around on election Twitter to saturate that market pretty well. So, you know, it is what it is. I might compose my thoughts and, you know, write a list of what I'm going to say, so it's not just like we're sitting here and I'm clueless and coming up with stuff off the top of my head. But, you know, it is what it is. It's really just for me anyway. Kind of like a journal. Some more torches. I don't remember if I mentioned this or not, but eventually, once I get to like strong armor and like a major base of operations and stuff like that, I might enable mobs and see how that goes. But I really don't like, at the beginning, when you're largely defenseless and can easily be killed by a creepier attack, or really by 2 or more of any mob, to just put yourself in the line of fire. It's not a problem I have with the game per se, I just don't like it, so I'm not playing that way. That is a lot of torches. That's fine for now. I know the Caves and Cliffs update, I mean, we're looking at part of it right now. Oh, shit. Oh, what? I'm not exactly sure what all the features are. I guess this is kind of what it is. But I've also heard that there's a part 2 that's going to be coming out, and that adds in all new types of caves, so that's interesting to think about. Is that lava I see? Where's this light coming from? Yeah, I've totally failed at that torch thing, like I predicted. But man, this thing is everywhere. Yeah, what is? Well. Oh. Shit, that's why you don't dig straight down, huh? Oh. Oh man. What level are we at? 35. We're still kind of high up. I thought we would be lower. I really should not be down here. I mean, if that's not obvious by now. Because... Does this... No. I need to make iron. I would dig straight up after this, but I might be above water. I'd probably still be able to dig up after this, but I could spend a longer period of time down here and just I was looking for the iron and just mine a lot, get full iron, maybe some diamond, and then embark on a bigger adventure. It's interesting. I first started playing Minecraft in probably like 5th or 6th grade. Back then, obviously the game was a lot smaller than it is now, in every sense of the word. Particularly in that obviously there were less items and artifacts and stuff. But also I got the sense that when you started the game back then, you do a lot of stuff. This is a new rock. You would build a house, go to the Nether. Well, not in this order, obviously, but you'd build a house. You would maybe farm, find a village once villages were added. Go to the Nether, do a bunch of stuff, and then, once all that was complete, you would find a diamond. So, like, you would not spend the amount of time we spend mining now. That wasn't a thing back then. Not to the extent that it was today. Because today, everyone I've played with, all the new streamers now, the first thing they do is mine straight down and try and get full iron and some diamonds as fast as possible before building a house, before, farming or exploring or anything. So I think that's it's an interesting way that the game has changed. This is definitely enough for full iron. Okay. And you can probably make some buckets too. Yeah, I think after this is done and I mine this stuff, I'm just gonna dig straight up, because I'm looking forward to exploring and, building in the world more than anything. So, I think we'll just do that. What? Am I crazy? Guess I'm not very good at multitasking. Ah, this is what it's like, cobalt or something. I'm not really sure what it does, but it looks pretty cool. Ugh, I hate all these different types of random rocks that do nothing. I guess it's nice for aesthetics. Yeah, diorite, don't care. Of course, it's gonna jump right back in my inventory, but nothing I can do about that. Copper. Yeah, I'm not sure what you do with copper. It's possible there's entirely new tools that I just haven't heard of. But, you know. This is also taking a while. I should have built multiple furnaces, but oh well. Another thing, I mentioned this earlier, but another thing I might want to talk about is the city of Chicago and its surroundings and the geography of a country as a whole. Because a key part of the American experience, I think, is, people coming in, farmers, laborers, whatever, and building the greatest nation to have ever existed. And so I think, a lot of that has to do with how people settled and moved around. And, for example, there are places in North Dakota that a lot of people just speak German. It's like little Germany. It's like a slice of Germany, and that people have been speaking German there for years. And I think that's pretty cool. No one really knows about that. So, maybe I'll do something like that in the future. Chicago, particularly, I thought about because it has a very unique political culture. The city is divided into 50 wards, each of which elects an alderman. Traditionally, each ward also elects a member of the Cook County Democratic Party, which is considered, or until recently was considered, a more powerful position than alderman, because of how powerful the Democratic Party is in Chicago and thus Illinois politics. Additionally, the city is divided into 77 neighborhoods, all of which have a distinct character, and actually it's my mission, okay, I'm at the University of Chicago, I'm a sophomore, it's my mission to explore them all by the time I graduate, and I've only gotten a few out of the way, but we'll see if I can do more on the weekends, fit it into my schedule. Alright, let's dig up. And I'll end the episode. I don't have much in the way of building materials, do I? I'm gonna have to use this. I'll end the episode once we get a bearing of where we are. Oh, forgot how dark it gets. I'm flying entirely blind by the way. Like, I could die at any time if I hit gravel or something. Oh, I have a torch. Oh, right. Huh. Where did all this come from? Guess there's extra iron. Why not? Can't really see FDR from behind the armor, but that's okay. He's there in our hearts. Alright, back in the dark. Oh, I probably walked through here. Maybe I can just... Yeah, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Strange. Well, that was the first episode. Again, next time I'll try and have a more specific agenda. Maybe we'll talk about one historical item, one current item, one sports item, and maybe something about what's going on with me personally. But yeah. You know, I might not even upload this to YouTube, I'm not sure. Maybe I just keep it for myself. Or maybe I will. It's just one or two people who I think might enjoy it. Alright. Yeah, I hate this spawn. I might just restart. I might... Well, let me walk a little bit this way. And if I hit the ocean or something again, I'm sure. This is huge forest, though. Oh! Where is... No, that's just the village I came from. Okay, well, what happens if you go that way? Well, let's find out next time. Alright. See you guys.